It's been a little stressful. We're getting through things. We're about 6 months into a pandemic. How are we doing?
We're doing good. As a community, we're doing quite well. We had a tough start with the Pinecrest Nursing Home back in March and April. Very, very tragic. But once we got through that and things started to settle down a little bit, we really have, as a community, stepped up, looked after, followed the protocols that were necessary at the time. As we backed off, people were able to enjoy a bit of their summer, get out on some of the restaurants and patios and bars and such to have a little bit of fun. We saw a great influx of tourists this summer, people who were making day trips possibly from the GTA, who just wanted to get out and go around. Our businesses did a fantastic job at meeting those protocols, like having criteria in place for their specific business, so that when people came in, it was, stop where you are, sanitize your hands, what can I do, can I help you, only allowing so many people in a store. I know the restaurants took advantage of expanded patios and such. So, I think everybody, some did better than others, but I think everybody did the best they can, for what we were going through. And now we're dealing with a possible second wave. Numbers are coming up a little bit, so we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and a lot of businesses had to make such big changes. Well, everybody did, right? And it's just one of those things where you're like, okay, let's see if we can move forward. Farmers, for example, they've faced some unique challenges. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, farmers was a little bit different for them. One was, I'm hearing from a lot of them that it's a supply chain issue, getting product, getting labor, in some of the fields to pick some of the crops and do some of that from a market, vegetable and fruits perspective. I know there was issues with the immigration and bringing some immigrants in to pick some of that stuff earlier in the year. There was some struggles there. Supply chain I mentioned, but it's really just local markets. They were having trouble getting their product to local markets.
Right,
and people were a little bit stressed about the grocery store issue and where their food was coming from. And so we were seeing a lot more emphasis on local, people buying local. And they did some great, online e-commerce, curbside pickup. A lot of farmers took the initiative to, just like everybody else, change the way we do business a little bit, and we're able to get part of our farmers markets, back online eventually in the summertime. And it was a much more onus on local shopping, and farmers made that adjustment so far and seem to be doing okay.
One thing I love about, kind of shifting the way I shop as well is the amount of businesses that you realize were here that maybe you didn't really know about, but now with all the way everything is evolving, then, my mind's always on shop local, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and even the people that want to go online, I mean, they say, well, we like to shop online. Well, you can shop online with local businesses.
Absolutely.
And we're saying do that. If you're not comfortable going out, then shop online. But so you can still support your local businesses by doing that. And, there's nothing better than picking up, local corn, local fruits and vegetables, the peaches, the apples are coming into season now. And, I think a lot of people took advantage of that and like you said, realized that we've got a pretty good market here very close to home. And there's not a whole lot of product within our community that, can't be accessed if we make the effort to do that.
Absolutely.
And by supporting those businesses, we're going to ensure that, they're here for many, many years in the future. And, that's critical, very critical for our community.